From the tip of the tail of New Zealand, Te Rerenga Wairua, to Bluff in the south. The Te Araroa Trail is a continuous 3,000 kilometre track that connects settlements, townships and cities. But more than that, it connects the people of Aotearoa.
Hey, bro. Hey, Kia ora, brother.
The track shows off all kinds of New Zealand experiences, both spiritual and physical, and of course, our stunning landscapes. You know, I've always wanted to explore the ancient trails and walkways of our tupuna, our ancestors, to meet the people who live in those small towns and communities along the way. And find out what makes us so unique and interesting. So, put the billy on, because I could be calling in to say kia ora. In this episode of Te Araroa, I'm in my hometown of Tamaki, Auckland. I'll be travelling the coast-to-coast trail. Starting at the sparkling Waitemata Harbour, I'll traverse the city, hiking some of our majestic volcanic cones before ending my journey at the treacherous Manukau Harbour. Now, this city is my stomping ground, but like plenty of other Aucklanders, there's lots I don't know about my hometown. In this episode, I'll experience the highs of the city. Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. And get a taste of the city's diverse cultural flavour. How do I say thank you in Korean?
Thank you.
Right, see, I'm fluent.
Thank you.
So join me as I take a trip across the wild volcanic isthmus that separates two oceans and houses more than 1 million people. Appropriately for a region known as the City of Sails, my journey starts on the water. Well, this week's Te Araroa Trail starts from Devonport across the Waitemata to downtown Auckland City. And I'm here on this beautiful waka called Honui with Hoturoa Barclay Kerr, who's a bit of a tohunga in this area. And I'm catching a ride, old school styles.
Over here, mate. We've got some mates on.
Hoturoa is at the forefront of revitalising our ancient sailing knowledge. And this is that traditional Pacifica shape, ne?
Yeah, traditional shape, but modern materials.
Yes. And this boat's a bit of a fusion of those traditional things and modern things, ne?
Yeah, tūturu. Ko te ahu o te waka nei, he, no ngā rā o mua. Engari ko ngā wahanga pēnei ngā rā, me aua a pūhiko o muri, no te ao.
So your chart plotters and things like that.
Rā mea kei runga.
For the past 35 years, Hoturoa has been sailing waka like Honui around the Pacific and passing on his skills to new generations of sailors.
Just peel, can have a bit of a drive.
This is a work of art, this thing. So I was watching you just sort of leaning into it.
Yeah, a bit of that, but you just got to keep watching that our sails are full.
Yep.
Could we get a bit tricky here, so you got to just come back to the middle again. There's this big green thing called land. Stay away from it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I've got to ask you.
Yeah.
Did you choose Waka or did Waka choose you?
Well, I think it chose me.
Really?
It chose me, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since I've been a little fella.
Really? So who brought you into it?
Yeah, back home around that, on the Waikato River and that, there was always bits and pieces going on. So one of my real good mates, he was into making little small paddling wakas and things like that.
Yeah.
So I used to sort of do a lot of stuff with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just doing things like going and building wakas and that, but it's also things like, You know, when he was little, they used to do white baiting, and he knew all the different types of fish and eels in the river, and he had to catch them, when to catch them, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, river life, eh? Yeah.
That's it. And then ocean life.
Yes.
I think this kind of knowledge is actually very real and valuable knowledge.
Yeah.
A lot of our people, until you actually show them a waka like this, they still think we're the awesomest paddlers in the world and paddled like 2,000 miles to Aotearoa, you know? But they forget we're the awesomest sailors in the world too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I get invited to speak at a lot of places. You know, when people say, oh, do you believe your ancestors sailed across by looking at the stars? And then I go, oh, yeah. And they go, why would you believe something like that? You say, oh, because we've done it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and you can't argue with that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can't argue with it.
By sailing the world using only stars as navigational guides, Hoturoa and his crew have proved that our ancestors were incredible navigators. I can only imagine what it was like for those voyagers as they saw Aotearoa for the first time. You know, I've got a lot of mates who are into sailing. It's not really my thing until today. It was an amazing experience to be on this waka. But I think the difference for me is we're sailing, but we're sailing with our history. It doesn't happen every day. Tēnā koe, bro.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Haere.
Yeah, we'll see you again. Kia ora.
Ka kite.
Ka kite. And my first stop on dry land is just up the road, where land meets sea and commerce meets community. The ports of Auckland, a real important part of our city, actually. You know, many of our whānau have been supported by this place, you know, with employment, Māori and Pākehā. But for me, all I've ever done is look through the fence, you know, at all the machinery and what's going on here. It's fascinated me. But today's my day. Today, I'm going in. Hey, there, mate. Renowned around the world for their safety record, for some reason, they're letting me on site. Now, most people might think of wharfies as big, burly blokes, but the first person I meet is a dock worker called Tracy. Kia ora, Tracy, how are you?
Kia ora, Pio, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks. Good to meet you. So this is you, eh?
That's me.
Hi.
Yeah, they are high.
So we have to go all the way up there?
We do.
Tracy's not only broken into what was once a bit of a boys' club, but she's also considered one of the port's top drivers. Oh, she's cosy. Wow.
Squeeze in here.
Yeah.
All right, so this is your straddle.
Right.
You got your brake and accelerator.
Yeah.
Accelerator, brake, just like your car.
Again?
Accelerator, brake.
Brake here.
Yeah. One hand on the wheel.
Left hand?
Left hand on the wheel.
Yeah.
And then your just directional switch here. So backwards and forwards.
Hey?
Easy. Easy.
Okay, I want a demo.
Okay. The trick is if you're going forward
Yeah.
and you turn to the left,
Yeah.
it's going to move to the right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Who designed this?
I don't know who designed this.
It drives opposite.
Yep.
Almost 1 million containers make their way through the port each year, providing goods and services for a region that's grown from a little under 750,000 people to almost 1.5 million in the past 30 years. How did you get here?
My brother works here.
Yeah.
And my dad's worked here for 20 odd years.
Yeah.
So it was a bit in the blood.
With wharfies, that whole whakapapa thing is a thing of old, eh? So there's still a little bit of it?
It would be unbelievable to you how many family members are down here.
When you go out with your partner, and they say, so what do you do?
And I say I drive a massive hoist. And everyone goes, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Everyone's taken back a bit.
Yeah.
There's not many people that can say they do this for a job.
For sure. But Tracy's not the only one with a cool job at the wharves. You know, I've got no problem admitting that I have a few phobias. Now, one of them is heights, okay? Now, I've been invited to go and have a go at driving one of these things called a portainer. Now, they're huge. but I've got to be strong. I can't let the team down. Portina, here I come. Hey, you bro?
Good, bro.
How's it?
You ready for this?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, come.
Okay.
Not afraid of heights?
We'll see how we go.
Oh, okay, just hold on tight, eh?
Okay, brother.
Come with me.
I put on a brave face for Tracy, but this is next level. I'll follow you, bro.
Yeah, round the corner, shut the door.
Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Bro, how high are we?
We're about 45 metres high
Okay.
on the ground.
Yeah. So,
So,
this is huge. It's actually quite a privilege to be up here. I mean, it's got to be worth a whole heap of money.
yeah, it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 controls here.
Yep.
We've got our cross travel and our long travel, which means we can go along the ship and across the ship.
Kia ora.
Yeah.
Kia ora. Bro, don't you get lonely up here just by yourself?
Oh, you've got the radios.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a dance and a sing up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like singing in the shower.
Talking about evolutions, bro, if you're sort of bursting for a mimi.
Oh, you just got to hold on. Yeah.
Hey, bro, can I drive?
Oh, sure, we can sort something out, eh? Come on.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, don't look down, Poi. Don't look down. It's all glass down there, whānau. Okay, bro, tell me what to do.
And I'll just get you to push it out. So.
And it's all about touch, whānau. It's all about just easing it out. Millions of dollars. Now, you'll notice how I'm going nice and slow. The only thing about this vehicle is you're too far away to hang your elbow out the window. Mate, this is quite a sensation, eh? How am I doing?
You're doing awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
When do I stop?
Oh, maybe to the end. Hopefully we'll stop there.
Don't say things like that, please. After a slow start, you won't be too surprised to discover that in next to no time, I'm pretty good. Okay, Smoko. Smoko, and then time to move on. There's a trail to walk after all. But boy, what an experience. Tamaki heading on Waka, the ports of Auckland. You know, I'm a proud Aucklander, and this place is pretty awesome, actually. It's the heart of the city, and it's integral to the country's economy. And I've been in there. I've been on that crane, eh? Did a bit of this, and on those straddle thingies. It's fantastic. And I must say, I think I've helped sort of get over the phobia of my height. You know, I'm not great with heights, but it was really good. I'll tell you another thing too. People make places, and this is a good place. It's a good culture, and I can understand why lots of our whānau and families have worked here for generations. I like it. That was cool. I'll keep moving. Auckland City, the city of sales. My hometown, actually, my home city. I love this place. But I've got to tell you, things have changed. Where I'm walking now actually used to be the sea. The shoreline was sort of across the road there, and that's where a lot of the Waka in trading times would park up and do their business. Now, Britomart, as we know it today, well, used to be a headland and a point, and there was a marae on there as well. Well, anyway, they bowled that over, put all the earth through here and reclaimed this whole area. Now, as you can see, everybody's driving along here because this is the city of cars as well as the city of sales. But you know what? I'm really looking forward to walking across Auckland because it gives me the chance to check out the nooks and crannies of the place. Things have changed, and I want to check it out. Tamaki Makoto. Trekking a trail through my hometown of Auckland, I'm in the centre of town where the inner city is littered with early colonial history, landmarks that speak of the growth of Europe's influence. Early merchants and traders decided to build their whare here in Princess Street, handy to the port, and they built nice homes too. Check that out. There are a few firsts in this part of town. First synagogue. And this here is the Laidlaw clock. That's the Laidlaws of Farmers Trading Company fame, and it was put here, donated by them to commemorate Elizabeth II's first visit to Aotearoa. Have a look at it. Wonder what time it is. Hey, bro, you got the time?
Yeah. 3 o'clock.
It's 3 o'clock. It's about as much use as an inflatable dartboard. And this is the very first statue of Queen Victoria, a woman renowned for her beauty. But there's more than just European history in this city, and I'm keen to find out more about it. My next stop, the Auckland Domain. It's full of stories. Quite often when I'm walking around Aotearoa, I often think what it would have been like 150 years ago. Well, this place was just full of native bush, all the native birds, and they had a lake up here, which was full of tuna, full of eels, so the locals were pretty happy. Anyway, the settlers arrived and they decided to drain the lake, get rid of the eels and turn it into a playing field. So this was Māori's fridge, their kapata kei. Now we've got the tea rooms. Which is where I'm meeting local history buff Pita Ture before he joins me on the next stage of the trail. Been too long, bro. Good to see you again.
Cup of tea, bro.
Yeah, thanks very much for that. Hey, you hear through the grapevine that you're a sort of a historian in telling the story of Tamaki.
Funny what that grapevine comes up with,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, especially the Māori grapevine, hey. I'm going to dig into this, bro. Pita's been studying the history of Auckland for the past 30 years, but it's not the history you'll find in books. It's the history in our whenua.
After 1840, people haven't really got any idea what the history of Auckland is.
Yeah.
Which is, it's robbing the wealth of heritage from the nation, in my view, because Auckland has such a rich history. Auckland is the centre of Te Maui, or the northern part of the North Island anyway, as we go back over the centuries. What happened in Auckland affected the motu.
Yeah. Let's walk this, bro.
The story is still in the land. Walking the land is the only way you get that.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is, our stories didn't just happen in one place.
Yeah.
We were mobile.
Right.
We moved. And our stories moved, and unless you walk it, you can't really understand where the anchors to the stories are and how they work, and that's why it's really important to experience the land, to walk it. It helps you make sense of it.
Right. And within the land stands a reminder of one of the significant Māori voices of the 20th century.
Rukuhia mai te korokoro rangi toto rukuhia mai. Ka rawa te awa te rā e teo, e uka, e hau, tihe mauri ora. Ako tēnā te rākau aroha o te puia. Te pau o te kingitanga. Te rākau awhina. Mō te kaupapa o Ngāti Whātua. Me Waikato. Mihi mai. Tree, bro.
Awesome. Tēnā koe, tēnā koe. Tūna te rangatira, ne? Princess Te Puia The daughter of the second Māori king chose this spot to leave a reminder of Māori grievance early in the 20th century. So this was planted by Te Puia
Te Puia.
in when?
I think around 1938.
Right.
You know, which is an interesting time. She was up here supporting Ngāti Whātua. At that time, Auckland City was trying to get them off Okahu Bay.
Right.
They got there in the end, obviously.
Yeah.
So she planted this. She wanted an anchor at a time when the Māori heart of Auckland was at its lowest ebb. She wanted a reminder that this was Pukawa. This was the place where Te Whero made peace with Hongi Hika. She wanted a reminder of the alliance between Waikato and Ngāti Whātua. She wanted Ngāti Whātua to know they would always have a friend with Waikato.
Yeah. Rambling on, Pita seems to have a story for every stop along the trail.
Now, to really get a sense of our history here, you have to accept that we were mobile.
Right.
We wandered all over the motu. And in our wanderings, there wasn't just visiting. We had relationships.
Right, you're talking sex.
We married people. We made babies.
Yeah.
We created whakapapa, and of course these whakapapa created links. So of course the next generation would be walking back again or visiting.
Yeah.
And so we take Tamaki, this narrow piece of land in the middle of the motu. This was the State Highway 1, north to south, east to west.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here our path is blocked by nothing less than the Kaiba Pass. See, when Hobson came to Auckland, they couldn't say Tamaki Makaurau, so they needed a name. Now, Lord Auckland had just invaded Afghanistan with an army of 20,000. A couple of years later, he had to evacuate out of Kabul. 16,000 people left Kabul, one person made it out. Everywhere else in the empire, they called it Auckland's Folly.
Yeah.
But of course, we'd just named the city Auckland, so
After this character.
no one talked about it here. We still don't talk about it.
So we're named after this fellow who stuffed up, basically.
Totally.
And the next site of significance is an imposing edifice that dominates the area and has stood here since 1888, Mount Eden Prison.
That last story was about the stupidity of colonial rule. This is about the cruelty of colonial rule. You know, it took them 20 years to build this prison. And when they finally built it, they got a superintendent from England, and the first thing he did when he came here and saw it, he said, "You should shut it down now." It's designed to dehumanize people. It's designed for cruelty. Mautere, we called it.
Mautere.
Mautere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, when they hung people, they buried them in here.
Yeah.
Not nicely laid out or anything like that. Upside down, standing upright, and they poured lime on their bones to desecrate their remains as well. But it's an edifice and a testament to cruelty.
Yeah, whare pauri, ne? Whare pauri.
Aye, whare
You know,
pauri.
I reckon they should turn it into a hotel, bro. No.
So it wouldn't be 5-star.
No, bro. Room's a bit small.
Yeah, let's keep walking, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get away from here.
And my final leg with Pita takes me to the stunning Maungawhau, also known as Mount Eden, the highest natural point on the Auckland Isthmus.
Now we're at the centre of the Waiohua Empire. Whoever sat on this maunga controlled anything that came into that ocean or this ocean.
Yep.
And when whoever was the chief here had a daughter, every pathway in the country was beaten flat by the feet of young men coming up here. Now, Hinetao was born up here, and the fame of her beauty spread throughout the land. Men came from all over the country to try and impress her, and from Marukopa to Pāhau. I doubt if he walked, he would have ran all the way.
Right. Start.
And so when he got here, he was ripped.
Yeah.
And of course, those two, cut a long story short, their first baby was the first grandchild of her parents. So they had to bring baby back up to the in-laws. And so they had a huge celebration over on Maunga Kia and planted a tree. Te tōtara I Aqua. The one tree hill.
All connected.
All connected.
Through marriage?
Through marriage, through
sex.
relationships, through romance. This was the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Anchored not by force, not by battle, not by military strength, anchored by relationships, by marriages, by genealogies, to the north, to the Kaipara, to Maniapoto, to Marukopa, to Ngāti Haua. The fabric of that is what held Tamaki together. No single protagonist, but the ebb and flow of contest, politics, and vying for who could sit up here on Maunga Whau.
Tēnā koe. Nō reira, mihi nui ki a koe, ngā mihi.
Kia ora e hoa.
Been
Kia
an
ora.
absolute pleasure.
Ai
Kia ora.
toa haere.
Ka ki te anō.
Ai ki tano. Kia ora.
I'm walking the Coast to Coast Trail, taking me through the heart of my hometown of Auckland. And right now, I'm at Auckland's highest natural point, Mount Eden. Maunga Whau is the treasured tonga of 13 iwi o Aotearoa. And I'm sort of leaving the inner city behind and heading out towards the burbs. This is an amazing place, you know. It's a spectacular landmark that draws visitors from near and far. I've heard that it's being used by a Tainui health workers collective who are keen to, well, get healthy. They're going to host me and put me through my paces. Kia ora. Wama, kia ora. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Mino tātou. Mai e te tupua, mai e te tawhito, mai e te kāhui o ngāriki, mai e te whawhiatu ki ngā atua. O I ka takina te Māori, ko te Māori a hoa noa ki rongi e nei taura, ki rongi e nei tauira. Ka takina ki rongi e tātou he tukuno te whai ororo o tāne te waiora. Tēnei te matatau kāre ke hakatū tōrewa ki te rangi haumi e, hui e... Taiki e.
Kia ora.
Tātou tērā.
Kia ora, kia ora. Kia ora. Ah, kā rau e, bro?
Mihi ana.
E hoa whakamārama mai te kaupapa o te rānei?
Tēnei kaupapa e kaupapa whakaora tinana. Ki whakaora tinana. I raro i tērā kaupapa matua ki ana 136 Day Pakanga Challenge. Ana ko enei tāngata e kaimahi I roto I te I me ki tō mātou tari, raukura hauora o Tainui. Wene ngā tāne puta ana ki te rohe whānui o Tamaki. E whakaora te hauora o tō tātou iwi.
We tahi o ngā ko ahua kaumātua, ne?
White te kaumārua pē. Rite ki tōpaki ke.
Ka horea. Ka we kōrero pēnā. Yeah, awesome, bro. So just those health workers out there doing it.
Absolutely. I mean, if we want to work in the hauora sector, we've got to kind of start to look like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Here I was, thinking that I'd be observing these guys. But next minute, I'm roped in and hoping we can stop for a latte. So how often do we do this? How many times are we going round?
Usually 10 times.
10
But
times.
today, just for you, bro, once.
Mate, I could take all you fellas, mate. I'm from up north. Actually, so are you.
You start by removing those shoes
Yeah.
so we can feel the mamai coming through your waiwai.
They may hail from the Waikato, but at least someone's wearing socks that just scream Auckland.
The name of the game is pāturi, or
All right.
touching the knees or knee boxing. So what we're going to do, I have to try and get your knees. Yep, and you can guard, you can defend. You got to try and touch my knees.
Right.
Yeah, so, whoa, it's a bit of moving around and
No headbutting.
no headbutting.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's just silly. No kissing. Oh, I don't want to play.
Can't bite.
Yeah.
Ready? Go. Oh yeah, can't bite.
Incredible.
Okay, hands up, winners.
Tonga 1, New Zealand Māori 0. Yeah, good kaupapa, eh?
Absolutely.
Mahi a te mahi.
Mahi a te mahi. Kaua kore o noi o te mahi. Mahi a te mahi.
Engari tēnei kaupapa. You know, what happened back then? What happened? Why are you guys here?
Yeah, o he kaupapa whakanui tēnei, whakahonore ngō mātou tūpuna. I mate I te wā o ngā pakanga I Waikato tonu. No reira 136 days. It comes from the 9th of July, 1863. A proclamation was put out to our people. All the natives that reside in South Auckland. If you swear allegiance, you would have your assets protected. And those natives that failed to swear allegiance to her would be ejected.
Right.
Now, those are the words, ejected. So they were given that. Some swore allegiance, some resided and went back to Waikato. And so in that 136-day period was the time the proclamation was given, forced upon us. 2 days later, the British troops crossed Mangatawhiri River, declared war.
Right.
And on the 21st of November, overtook us and succeeded to confiscating 1.2 million acres of land.
The proclamation made by Sir George Grey was a dark day in Tainui history, but today serves to inspire the group to strengthen themselves.
So this kaupapa is one, whakahonore o tātou tūpuna I mate I te rawa.
Kia
O
ora.
tātou te take. And so every day for 136 days, we spend time to karakia, to take care of ourselves culturally, physically. And we commit that time to honour our ancestors.
Yeah. You picked the right place, the right kaupapa. Ngā mihi nui kia koe me tō rōpū hoki e mahi ana tēnei mahi ātāua.
Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe koe. You know, those guys were awesome. What a neat bunch of Māori men. When you think about it, what they've done is they've turned an historical negative into a positive for today. I mean, they've committed themselves for 136 days to honing their wairua, their tinana, their whakaaro Māori, their reo, and they work in health, so they're going to improve themselves and go out there and help the community. And you can't ask for much more than that. Kia ora, boys. Trekking from one coast of the Auckland Isthmus to the other, I'm almost halfway through my journey and I've discovered plenty about the city I live in. From Maunga Whau to Maunga Kiakia, the Te Araroa Trail takes us through some of our early established suburbs. Like, this used to be the burbs. But now, because Auckland is just sprawling out across the land, you know, our suburbs are well out. It's a very, very big city. The good thing about the trail is that it takes you from sort of park to these sort of green, breathing spaces. But I've got to tell you, it feels like a park in here. Look at those trees. I wonder how Green Lane got its name. Could be all these green lanes, I suppose. Maunga Kiakia, or One Tree Hill, in its day was the biggest pass site here in Tamaki, around 45 hectares. Thought to have once been home for 5,000 people, the pa was abandoned in around 1795. It went on to be used as farmland and was eventually gifted to the city by Sir Logan Campbell. You know, parks are like breathing spaces in a city, and this is one of the biggest ones in Tamaki. It's even got sheep. Great way to charge your batteries, actually. Five kilometres on from the urban oasis of Cornwall Park, and I'm in a new suburb with something new on offer.
Hey, bro.
Onehunga was once one of the richest areas in Auckland and the site of many battles in pre-European times. And today, it's a suburb on the rise again. You know, suburbs like Onehunga really show off our cultural diversity. And it's great. This place has got an awesome buzz. Yeah, I'm so pleased so many people have come to our country and brought their language and their food. I mean, if it wasn't for them, we'd still be eating meat and 3 veg. Anyway, I've come off the Araroa trail just for a moment because I need to check out some of the locals at the local market here and also check out some of the flavours as well. Namaste. In a car park under a mall is a market that showcases the city's incredible diversity. Today, 44% of the population weren't born in New Zealand. There are over 200 ethnicities and 160 languages spoken. You know what, this is what I'm talking about. The first thing I see geographically here in this market is the fact that it's set up like a giant multicultural wharekai. Everybody eats together, so it's this whole communal buzz going on. So even if you've got the same families, they're eating out of the same dishes. It's awesome. I've got to tell you, if you're a Māori no friends, and you're not very social, don't come here, because you're going to meet somebody, that's for sure. But before I eat, there's someone from back home I need to catch up with. Kia ora, boy. You mate? How's things?
Kapai, Uncle Piana.
Whai ana, boy. How's Mum and Dad?
They're all good, eh?
Bro, what are you doing?
I left my real sign at home, but I travel the world by busking, fundraising to make one of my music videos.
Yeah.
And I'm working on a new album called Reality, and the newest song I'm doing is for Jonah Lomu and Jerry Collins.
Tēnā koe.
It's called Toko Uso.
So what happens here? You're at the market here, so people just ask you to give you a kaupapa and you're into it?
Yeah, as long as there's no profanity.
Yeah, cool. Cheers. How much do you charge these people?
Anything. If they got a bit of coin, all they have to do is just chip in.
Okay, bro, I got some coin.
Me and my uncle are from Whangapē, Te Araroa, west coast of the far north.
Check it. Now living in the city, man, the man be funky. But look at me and my uncle, we straight out of the country. Well, here we are in central Auckland. Onehunga on the Monday night. Hold me how I'm walking. But if you so no pretty, it's no pretty. And if you feel it's gritty for a country boy up in the city. But how I'm feeling it, next at the trio. This be the one TA with his Uncle Pio, the famous comedian with the ingredients, how I flow it. So if you hear me freeze that one time, then you know it. And if you make it there, then I make it anywhere. Cause me and my uncle, we represent Whangapē, W-H-A-N to the N-G. A to the P and the last letter E, yeah.
Tēnā koe, tēnā koe, tēnā koe, tatu tama e. You got a brain like a Ferrari, brother. You must be from up north. Beautiful, beautiful. See, there's a whole science when you come to a food court. Number one, don't eat bread at a food court because you can eat that at home. Number two is you do your survey. Now, you may be motivated in making an incorrect choice because you're so hungry. In fact, you're hangry, which is hungry and angry. But what you do is you just cool it and you check, look at that, squid on a stick. See, all that I like, all that, you know. So what you do is you just do the recce, and then you come back and then you just mow it down, cuz. And then you go to the gym. Hey, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you. So you're from
You're Mexico.
where?
Mexicano.
Mexicano. Yeah. You look like Māori. Very handsome. Awesome. I don't think he's Mexican at all. I just think he's some guy from Hillsborough doing a gig. What are you going to have, bro? Hey, you mate? How are you?
Fine.
Well, what are you thinking of having?
To see some vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
I am Indian.
And whereabouts in India are you from?
Delhi.
Delhi. I've been to Delhi.
Yes.
Lots of Indians in Delhi.
Yes.
Get in there, bro. Get two. Only veggies. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Nao.
Now.
Yeah.
Now. And you're from Japan.
Yes, I'm from Japan.
So all these people are from Japan cooking Japanese food.
Oh yeah, like a Japanese kind of like street food.
So what do we got here?
So we have skewers over here, pork and chicken and scallops. That's the
Scallop?
yes.
What do you call them over there?
In Japanese?
Yeah.
Hotate.
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 You laughed. That's pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah,
That's
good
pretty
pronunciation.
You know
yeah.
why? You know why, huh?
No?
The Māori vowels. A,
True.
E, I, O, U. What's
Yeah.
the Japanese?
Same. A, I, U, E, O.
That's right. You just got your order wrong.
Right, same.
Yeah. You know, these guys look pretty expert at their job. He looks
He's a
good.
chef, yeah.
What's your name?
Daiso.
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 Beautiful. Yeah. Vin Diesel. This is a real joy. Nice to see you, folks. How do I say goodbye? Oh, sayonara. Sayonara. Okay.
Thank
Kakite.
you for coming.
Lovely people. Pollination. Alofa.
Kia ora.
Ah. Hey, nice to meet you. I just noticed your white bait fritters. Any chance of having a white bait fritter, please?
Oh, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
San, kanga whai puska, white bait ngasi kasi pa mole.
Awesome. This is cool, eh?
Yeah, no, it is good.
Yeah.
It is a good family orientated.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a safe place for the kids.
Yeah.
Good evening out for a lot of them.
And good value cake.
Sure.
Yeah. So are you from Onehunga?
No, I'm not from Onehunga.
Yeah.
Originally from Hawke's Bay. We
Really?
moved, yes. Towed my caravan all the way up here. My kids wanted to experience city life.
Okay.
So I've been in Auckland 3 months now.
So what was it like coming from there to here with the kids?
I can see why my kids wanted to move up here.
Yeah.
A lot more opportunities for them and for me. Cute. Here you go, your white bait's ready.
That's got to be the best deal in town.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, $5 is a deal for a white bait.
Too right. And you get a piece of bread.
So good value.
Good value, right? White bait. Samoan styles from the Hawke's Bay in Onehunga. Rongo, you're a legend, mate. And your mother is too.
Kia ora. Thank you very
Beautiful.
much. Thank you.
Might stay here.
Hey, I'm here till 11, so.
Oh! It's amazing, but Auckland's considered more diverse than London or Sydney. And the night markets is where you'll see this diversity in full effect. You know, as the crow flies, I haven't really travelled very far today, but I've seen a whole lot of my world. And I've got to say, I like it. Kia ora, brother. Hey, bro. Oh, namaste. Are you good? I'm walking the Coast to Coast Trail, cutting across the Auckland Isthmus. It's a trail across a city and it's been a little different. But I feel I've learned a lot more about my hometown. It's been a real eye-opener, and it's not over yet. There it is, the mighty Manukau harbour. Beautiful. But don't let those calm waters deceive you. This place can get quite gnarly, pretty rugged actually. But that's what I love about the West Coast, it's rugged nature. Like the people, really. Anyway, I'm heading south side. Most days at Old Māngere Bridge you'll find whānau fishing. Manukau Harbour, eh? I love coming here. You know, in its day, well, like most harbours back in the day, this place was teeming with marine life. Everything from shark to pātiki, flounder, tipa, scallop, tāmure, snapper, everything. Good news is it's coming back because a lot of people have made a huge effort to clean all this up because it wasn't that flash before. You know, Auckland City, 1.5 million people, you can still come down here on your back doorstep and catch yourself a feed. Kia ora, kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, pio, bro.
Haki.
Tēnā koe, Haki. Gee, good timing, eh?
Yeah, well.
You fellas had a little bit of luck, eh?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good this morning, yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ko tēnei tō whānau?
Alright. Ko Rico tēnei.
Hey, Rico.
Ko Haki tēnā.
Kia ora, Haki.
Ma Haki tēnā.
Aye.
Ko Dylan tēnei.
Give me 4. Nah, too much. Too much, all right? So this is you, eh, bro, on a Sunday morning?
On a Sunday morning, yeah, most mornings.
Yeah.
We're down here having a bit of a fish, trying to get some kai for the whānau.
Yeah, yeah. Engari, no konei koe, no Māngere?
No konei, no te wai o hua, Waikato, no konei.
Tai nui tēnā koe. Oh, ka pai. It's a simple exchange. Kids learning the art of fishing from their parents. Haki Wilson's passing on the knowledge he learnt from his father, right here at the same bridge. So, bro, this fishing, I'm just looking at, these all your kids?
Yeah, these are 3 of my boys and 1 nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my brother's boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we take them out fishing all the time.
Yeah. People don't realise that the byproduct of fishing is not just the fish, it's the parenting there.
It's getting your kids out there, getting with your kids, amongst your kids, talking to them.
Kia ora.
You know, they'll learn later on in life that they will do that to their kids.
Yeah, because that was done for you.
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah. What do you remember, you know, obviously being brought up in that community out here?
Yeah.
What's the sort of kōrero, what are the stories they would tell?
Well, before, in my grandfather's and my grandparents' days, they had no sewage plant, no oxidation plant, so the kaimoana was abundant back then.
But do you think it's coming back?
I think so, yeah. I think so it is, yeah. Yeah, with everything gone, all the yucky stuff in there gone now, so yeah.
Yeah.
All the oyster beds are coming back now, which is pretty good.
Well, that's the K, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I've done a bit of this.
Oh, yeah?
This fishing. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I might borrow a rod, eh? Have a bit of a go.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Let's do that. Beautiful cast, young man.
Oh, thank you.
Kia ora. This is the ideal time to practice one of the key things about fishing, okay? Making up stories. Making up stories about the one that got away.
My dad today once brought up a big snapper, and then my dad, because he had the biggest fish.
Yeah.
And then he forgot to get the net, so he tried to pull the line, and it was in the snap.
Too heavy. Should have got the net, eh, bro? Is that a true story, bro?
Yep.
Mate, you're an expert already. Oi! Oh, no. You know, Haki, I'm just thinking your beautiful wife's probably at home just relaxing, so she should. And you've taken all the boys out on a morning, and, bro, there's a bit of supervision here.
Yeah, sure is. High maintenance, these boys, but hey, you know, it's all a part of parenting, you know?
Kia ora,
it's all
brother.
a part of parenting.
Kia ora, brother.
Teaching
Dad,
the right
I want
ways.
ice cream. Dad, I want a mimi.
Yeah.
Dad, I got a fish.
That's it.
Good on you, bro. Tamaki heading Waka, Auckland. Actually, I've just done the Auckland coast to coast. Mind you, it's not very wide, is it? You know, I was brought up in Auckland City. I'm a proud Jaffa, and I know a lot about this place, but I have to say that I've learnt a lot more because of all the people I've met along this part of the Te Araroa Trail. But I see Auckland as a big melting pot, really, like a big boil-up. We've got kumara, taro, a bit of English beef, We're even getting a sprinkling of soy sauce now. I think it's a perfect recipe for a great city. But I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. There's a whole heap more history right beneath our feet.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.